So, questions on vocabulary constitute an important part of all the tests, whether it is SAT, GRE, GMAT, or CUET, or IPMAT. And today we are going to learn some simple techniques by which we can answer vocabulary questions in a simple manner. We are also going to learn some tips by which we can save time. Like, for example, this question is here in front of you. You can pause the video and do this question yourself first, so that you are also involved in doing the exercise, and then I'll tell you a few tips related to this question. So you can pause the video, do this question first, and then I'll tell you a few tips about how to get this question correct. Okay, so I hope you are ready with your answer. Now, I'll tell you how to get this question fast. This is an easy question, but then if you read the whole story, it becomes very difficult for you to answer it in like 20 seconds. What you should do is focus on the most important part first. And how do you do that? So, for that, you should read the question first, which is right here. As used in the text, what does the word trace most nearly mean? तो इसमें ट्रेस वर्ड का क्या मतलब है? वेयर व्हाट डज ट्रेस स्टैंड फॉर? एंड go straight to the word trace. No trace of their passing to be left. I just want to understand it a little more, so I'll say at supper time, somebody would allow no fire to be built, no landing to be made, no trace of their passing to be left. Now, trace means like it seems like they do not want anyone to trace them or anyone to know that they have passed through, and that's why the word is evidence. And I hope you got the answer right when you did this question, but probably you took a little longer. And the way to speed up is to read the most important part of the question. Many people like reading fast, okay, and this is one of the tips given by many teachers: read fast, read fast, read fast. What is the best way to increase your reading speed? If I ask you what is the best way to increase your reading speed using some kind of simple jugaad, it would be to read less. So if you read less, you automatically become fast, and you do less of mental, I would say, hard work or labor. A little smart work can make you faster. So a smart work is the smart work would be to focus on the important point only and not to read every single word in the question. That way you speed up by reading less, and you also do less of your mental exercise. So in case you need to read more, then only you should. Otherwise, just read the most important part of the question and move on. Yeah. So this way you will be able to get the right answer, and you will also save time. Let's do one more question here. These are the questions from SAT. So many of my participants have scored full marks in these tests using these simple tips. Now again, please do this question, but this time use the strategy I told, where you do not read every single word in the question. You read only the most important part and try to figure out the answer. Okay, I hope you have done this question, and let's do this together now. This is because. So what is this? But I'll still read this completely. This is because I'm starting from the second line and I'm reading the part near the blank first. This is because, मतलब कुछ पहले बोला गया है. This is because the nose is the most dash part of a sculpture. So nose is which part? Let's try to understand this particular sentence a little further. And see, I'll not read every word. I'll say da da da, or I'll skip some of the words here and there, just to make sure that I understand it properly and I save time. Many ancient sculptures of people's heads are missing their nose. So people are missing their nose. I don't know why. So missing the nose. Why? So this is because, so they are giving the reason why nose is missing. Nose is the most something part of the sculpture. Is it recognizable, fragile, common, or sophisticated? So as you can see, nose is something which is fragile, which can easily get broken. So the answer is fragile. Yeah. So this is how, and you don't need to read the rest of the part. In the sculptures, the nose is missing because it's the fragile part of the body. So that makes sense, isn't it? So there are a few things which I want to emphasize. Number one, do not read every part of the question. Focus on the most important part. Number two, paraphrase. When you read, make your own story, like the way I was paraphrasing the whole thing, that some parts are missing from the sculpture. See, it doesn't matter whether the sculpture is from a certain place and the nose is part of the head and so on. They are extra details. So some part is missing from the sculpture, that part is nose, and nose is missing because, so that we have to figure out the reason, because the question is saying this is because, as you can see, because it is a fragile part of the body, and I don't need to read the rest of it. So this way you can save your time by reading less. You can economize the use of your mental energy, and you get the answer also correct. So whenever you get these vocab questions, the best way to answer them, and to answer them fast, is to read less, do a little paraphrasing, and get the answers. All the best to you. If you need some more tips, I'll share my number in the comments, and we can go over strategies with regard to all the questions there in SAT and other tests. And as I said earlier, it is the matter of strategy only. Yeah, a person who scores fast is the one who is able to manage his time well and do as many questions as possible in the given time span. As it happens in a T20 match where India has recently won, it is about using those 20 hours in a smart way. And how we save time determines how fast we finish the test, as the Indian team, scored century and won the match. So all the best to you, and in case you need any help, we can take this further. Thank you.